Game Scene Daily.
Zombieville USA 3D is a thrilling blend of old-school arcade action and modern roguelite chaos, throwing players into a relentless battle for survival against endless waves of the undead. Whether braving the apocalypse alone or teaming up with friends, every run is a fresh fight for survival, scavenging weapons and unlocking skills to push the limits before becoming zombie chow. With an arsenal ranging from flamethrowers to katanas and randomly generated gear that keeps every encounter unpredictable, no two runs are ever the same. The challenge scales infinitely, meaning survival is never guaranteed, but at least going down in a blaze of glory has never looked this good. Reviewers are of the opinion that the game captures the fun of its predecessors, but lacks depth and variety, leaving players wanting more. While the core gameplay is engaging and polished, the lack of diverse objectives and additional maps makes it feel repetitive. Many miss the structured levels and extraction missions from Zombieville USA 2 and hope for a return of those elements. The game's survival loop is enjoyable, especially in co-op, but with a 3-player limit, some friend groups are left out. The visuals remain vibrant even at high speeds, and weapons feel satisfying to use, but issues like zombies getting stuck and limited interaction with the environment dampen immersion. The addition of ranked modes, leaderboards, pets, and a more fleshed-out multiplayer experience could elevate the game further. Despite its shortcomings, nostalgia and solid mechanics make it a worthy pick-up-and-play title, especially at its price point if future updates expand on its potential. Rogue. Genesia is a thrilling action roguelite where waves of enemies flood the screen, and only Rogue stands between them and destruction. Armed with an arsenal of over 60 weapons and bolstered by more than 200 upgrades, Rogue can wield anything in the pursuit of power. Every choice shapes the adventurer face down a mighty foe or take a well-earned breather at the shop. Along the way, powerful artifacts add twists to the journey, unlocking new strategies and devastating abilities. With different avatars catering to every playstyle, whether it's blades, bullets, or an unstoppable horde of monsters, always a new way to carve through the chaos. So the question isn't if Yow'll grow stronger. It's how much carnage you can unleash be interesting. Is that Rogue? Genesia takes the familiar formula of horde survival and injects it with a fresh layer of strategic depth. While it shares obvious DNA with Vampire Survivors, it stands out through its Rogue mode, a structured, progression-driven alternative to the standard endless battle. Players traverse interconnected levels, each with specific objectives, making every run feel purposeful rather than purely endurance-based. Combat follows the usual auto-attack mechanics. But the lack of a weapon limit encourages experimentation, though stacking everything mindlessly won't always lead to victory. Unlockable characters further shake things up, with unique playstyles like a merchant who thrives on gold instead of experience despite still being in early access. The game feels remarkably polished, with only late-game performance issues needing attention. With a planned price increase, grabbing it now offers a lot of value. Addictive, rewarding, and surprisingly deep thighs is one for fans of the genre to watch. Schism is a chaotic, top-down action roguelike where survival is as uncertain as the trash heaps it takes place in. The world is drowning in garbage, the schismatic engine is missing, and a prisoner armed with a cheap knockoff of the real thing must climb the tallest scrap mountain to retrieve it. The challenge? Everything. Bullets fly, gods demand tribute, and relics twist the rules in unpredictable ways. Weapons range from practical to absurd, stats stack in wild combinations, and even death won't stop the madness. Inspired by Ikaruga, bullets can be dodged by shifting frequencies, and new rooms start pause to keep things fair, at least until they don't. Powerful bosses stand between freedom and an endless mode that pushes the chaos even further. The only certainty in Schism is that no two runs will ever be the same. Reviewers are of the opinion that Schism is a standout roguelite twin-stick shooter that takes inspiration from classics, like Binding of Isaac and Nuclear Throne, while forging its own identity with a distinctive visual and musical style. Its trashcore and old internet, MS Paint aesthetic, paired with a soundtrack that ranges from earthbound-esque melodies to intense industrial beats, creates an unmistakable atmosphere. The gameplay shines in its encouragement of experimentation, offering immediate choices that shape each run from the outset. Selecting a god and weapon at the start adds depth, while random outcomes ensure fresh playthroughs. However, balance issues arise later in the game, with minions trivializing challenges and the schismatic engine mechanic becoming less impactful as passive effects accumulate. Despite these drawbacks, the game is engaging, rewarding, and surprisingly polished for early access. At under $10, it's a compelling buy for fans of the genre. Myrmidon is a co-op puzzle platformer that turns the magic of stop-motion animation into an interactive adventure. One player steps into the shoes of a skilled animator, manipulating miniature sets from a first-person perspective, while the other becomes the puppet, navigating a whimsical world in third person. Success hinges on teamwork, trust, and impeccable timing, whether it's pulling the strings or taking a leap of faith. With no in-game chat, clear communication is a must, so bring a friend and a voice chat. After all, what's an animator without their star performer? The response to the game is mixed, with many praising its unique concept and cooperative gameplay. Players enjoy the idea of working together, making it an ideal choice for two players. The graphics, music, and overall visual appeal are appreciated, with some considering it a refreshing experience. However, lag, bugs, and connectivity issues are frequent complaints that can make the game frustrating, especially for those with less powerful PCs. Many feel that these technical issues, such as lack of checkpoints and the inability to skip cutscenes, hinder the overall experience. Despite the drawbacks, the game's free availability and potential for fun with a friend make it worth a try, though players should be prepared for occasional frustration until the bugs are addressed. I Am Legion Stand Survivors is a fast-paced action game where players summon powerful stands to battle waves of enemies in epic showdowns. With over 100 unique stands to choose from, each battle brings a new opportunity to explore different combat styles, from the raw power of melee warriors to the dazzling spells of mages. The game lets you craft and upgrade gear, constantly surprising you with new attributes and bonuses. Mix and match hero archetypes and stands to build your dream team, unlocking new strategies with every fight. Whether you're a tank-focused strategist or a magic powerhouse, the endless possibilities keep the action fresh and exciting. Reviewers are of the opinion that this game offers a fresh and challenging twist on the bullet heaven genre, blending auto-battler mechanics with strategic gameplay. With a solid progression system, players can merge and evolve unique stands, each with its own special attacks. However, the game requires a significant time investment, particularly in the early stages where trial and error dominate. The item upgrade system can be frustrating due to its gambling nature, with the potential to ruin carefully built setups. Despite some grindy elements and a lackluster soundtrack, the game is praised for its deep mechanics, challenging progression, and replayability, making it a worthy choice for those seeking a unique roguelite experience. Milky Way Idle is a multiplayer idle game that mixes classic RPG elements with an easygoing progression system. Players level up both combat and non-combat skills, manage resources, and craft essential items all while making progress even when they're not actively playing. With its offline automated progression, there's no need for endless grinding. You can plan your next move and let the game do the work. Dive into battles against monsters, bosses, and dungeons while staying completely hands-off, using smart auto-activation for abilities and consumables. As you explore, You'll unlock hundreds of items and rare drops, with frequent updates ensuring the adventure never gets old. A journey designed for the long haul because who said you can't be idle and ambitious at the same time? Early reactions to the game suggest that Milky Way Idle is winning over fans with its unique mix of idle gameplay and MMO elements. The game has been described as a relaxing yet rewarding experience, with a simple interface that hides a surprising amount of depth. Players appreciate the blend of combat and non-combat skills, and the option to engage as much or as little as they like, making it perfect for those with limited time. While the cosmic theme and sleek visuals add charm, it's the clever progression system and social features, like leaderboards and a helpful community, that keep players coming back. If you're into idle games, this one stands out as a must-try, especially since it's free. Manos is a fast-paced, shape-shattering adventure where destruction is the name of the game. Players must break as many shapes as possible before time runs out, triggering chaotic chain reactions when certain shapes fire projectiles upon being destroyed. Each shattered shape drops valuable shards, which players can collect to fuel their progress. These shards serve as currency to buy upgrades from the shop, making Max even more powerful. With each upgrade, shapes fall faster and the game gets wilder. Soon, Manos becomes a force of nature, unstoppable and ready to spread chaos across the screen. It's a thrilling, never-ending loop of destruction and improvement. Watch out, shapes. Reviewers are of the opinion that Manos offers an incredibly satisfying and addictive experience for fans of incremental games. Its simple yet effective gameplay loop provides a constant sense of progress, keeping players hooked without feeling grindy. The sound design, with its satisfying pop effects, is often praised for adding a unique, dopamine-fueled element that makes every action rewarding. The game's smooth performance, even on devices like the Steam Deck, complements its polished visuals. While some players may find it a bit shallow or repetitive, the game's challenge modes, ability to prestige, and constant evolution make it a strong recommendation for incremental game lovers. Though a few wish for more content or layers of progression, the overall consensus is that it delivers a fulfilling and fun experience. Find 100 Ducks and Blast Them is a quirky and charming first-person shooter where the mission is simply blast 100 hidden toy ducks. Players can relax and enjoy the light-hearted gameplay as they take aim and watch the feathers fly. With a duck radar to help locate the well-hidden ducks, the game keeps the action fun and fast-paced. A built-in chronometer adds a bit of challenge, showing off how quick you are. As an added bonus, an in-game museum offers extra content, and there are plenty of secrets and Easter eggs to discover. It's a game that proves you can have a blast without all the heavy action, just a lot of duck hunting. Players are of the opinion that this quirky 3D hidden object game offers a light-hearted and fun experience. The goal: hunt down and shoot 100 rubber ducks scattered across a playful, vibrant environment. While the first 99 ducks are relatively easy to find, the final one only appears once the others are collected, adding an extra layer of excitement. A duck radar helps guide players to elusive ducks, and its usefulness becomes clear as the hunt intensifies. The game includes a variety of surprises, like cheats and Easter eggs, alongside humorous interactions with the ducks. With simple, satisfying gameplay, it's an easy recommendation for those looking for a short but entertaining distraction.
I tell them maybe something so sure, I'm a little different from you, but I don't really see the issue. So don't go frittering away on